So I'm going to talk to you about this, not Will Ferrell, but about nodding heads. Because the more nodding heads you get, the more sales you get, the more people you attract, the more interest you receive. So nodding heads is a concept that I learnt in London. I was working with a copywriter named Peter, who was very well known for two things. One was his really long 70s hairdo that he'd had since the 70s. And the second thing was for winning a whole swag of awards, not just for creativity, but also for selling, for effective sales. And we were working on this. We were working on Land Rover. And I was a young Kiwi guy. I was super excited, working on this iconic brand, this iconic vehicle, all the things that went into it, you know, such an amazing product. I'd done a whole bunch of work and I showed it to Peter. And he said, Damien, this won't get nodding heads. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, Peter. And Peter went on to explain that I was talking about a product. I was talking about all the things that made up this Land Rover, but I wasn't thinking about the customer and what they wanted and how we were going to attract them. What experience did they want out of this product? So it was about elevating it out of nuts and bolts and in the end, into this space. Land Rover is an incredible product, but what it enables is even better. You can go to the remotest places on Earth. And that's what our whole campaign ended up being centered on. We helped prospective buyers go into Africa, and they spent 6 weeks trucking around with a scientific team, tracking cheetahs and leopards. We talked about an experience, and we sold an experience, the chance to go to Namibia and see the cheetahs and the leopards in the wild. We had completely elevated away from the product. We'd gone far more aspirational, far more, I want that, and I want to be there. So Peter's point was sell an experience that gets heads nodding. How do you do that? How can you reframe what you offer into an experience and get those heads nodding? Like, I want that. I want to be there.